Hey there, fools. It's Mr. T here. How you doing? This is a video where Big T was talking about what he thought Nintendo should do for their E3 presents. And he put this video together quite some time ago, way before Nintendo go ahead and let us know what they were going to do at E3. So when they let us know, he decided to not go ahead and put that video out. But I kind of convinced the fools to go ahead and give your thoughts on what you think Nintendo should do. It doesn't matter what they're actually gonna do. Go ahead and let the fools know out there what you're gonna do. So I convinced them to do that, so that's what this video is about. So I'm just setting it up here. Go ahead and just listen to what he was talking about. And then at the end of this, I'm gonna give my thoughts on it, about the decision to not do a live press conference this year at E3. So go ahead and check the video out, fools, and stay tuned for the end so I can give my response.
T here with another video, and this one will be about what I think Nintendo should do for E3 this year. I won't be talking about like specific games announcements or anything like that I want to see. I just meant about, their presentation, for E3 and what it should be like. We all know about Nintendo's digital directs and their E3 digital events, which I love. I very much prefer that that venue for showcasing what they have coming up, and a lot of people seem to like it, but there's still a contingency of people who want to see Nintendo on the big stage. They feel like if you're not on the big stage presenting your games, then you're not really there. Even though Nintendo has consistently had the most show floor space for years now, and they're obviously there with games to show. I like the digital events because they're clean, they're to the point, they're not any kind of embarrassing for the most part embarrassing stuff, corporate spiel, their sales, blah blah blah, any of that stuff. They're they're very centered on what Nintendo wants to do in the near future. And with that being said, I want to see Nintendo on stage this year. We all know about the Switch event that happened in January. It was disjointed. There were some issues. When people say, see, this is why we don't want Nintendo on stage. But I want them on stage this year, not only because they just launched new hardware and exciting new hardware that is selling very well, has great momentum, and all that stuff. My main reason is because of what's new about E3 this year, and it's the fact that they're allowing average Joes to attend. There's gonna be regular gamers, walking around. No, not just the corporate media, but just regular gamers being allowed to come in and enjoy the show. And for that reason, I think Nintendo should put on a show on stage at E3. It's one thing to hype media guys and have them cheering in crowds, or it's like some companies do, paying crowds to cheer. But it's another thing to have gamers out there and getting them excited. And to me, that's important, to do a live thing for that. Only for that. That's the only reason. So obviously you leave yourself susceptible to, flip ups and, screw ups and, just corny, cheesy moments. But there's nothing wrong with corny, cheesy moments. They're memorable. And they don't really hurt you. I think people put too much stock into E3. It's like it's make or break, and it's not. Unless you do something completely egregious, which I haven't seen. The only thing approaching that is maybe Microsoft, when they launched, or before they launched the Xbox One and the whole DRM thing and all that stuff. It was very confusing. That was probably the most egregious thing that's happened, and that didn't kill them. It definitely stunted their momentum, or killed any chance of momentum for the Xbox One. But that was just the console itself and what they were gonna do. That really didn't have anything to do with what the way they delivered things on stage. So I feel like Nintendo for this particular moment should show up at E3, do a live press conference, do some hype. There's nothing wrong with that. Switch is hype. People are buying it. They can't keep it in stock, which is great, and keep that momentum going, by coming on stage. I don't think it's a confidence thing. People act like, if you don't do a show live, and it's a lack of confidence in your product. That's all silly nonsense. We live in a digital age. People watch videos all the time. most people will be watching E3 as a video, so it doesn't matter, you know, what kind of machismo it shows to, or moxie it shows to have a digital, or to have a live event, you know, a staged event. That, you know, that's corny. It's, you know, at the end of the day, it's what you're delivering, what you're talking about, the games you're displaying. So if Nintendo can come with the games, then the Switch will be just fine, and I'm sure they will. Like I said, I'll talk about what games I would like to see, what kind of announcements I'd like to see at E3 this year for Nintendo. So stay tuned for that. But I think in this year in particular, they should do a live stage event for the fans, because there's gonna be actual gamers there, you know, and you know, obviously some of the media are gamers. Some of those guys are gamers. A lot of those guys aren't. I've done videos talking about that stuff, but a lot of those guys are jaded, and you know, they're just not, you know, not really excited about gaming. You know, it's just their job kind of a thing, and you won't always get the best coverage out of that kind of stuff. But I think gamers, you know, from guys who have 3 million subscribers to 300 subscribers on YouTube, those are the guys that are going to get excited and really like be excited to see you on stage doing your thing. So that's why I would like to see Nintendo do a stage event this year. They can go back to, you know, the regular thing next year, the digital event, because I love those. Like I said, I already pointed out why. But this year, I think with those two factors of just releasing new hardware and having actual gamers who are just excited about your hardware being at the at E3 this year, they should do a stage event, or stage event. So let me know what you guys think. You agree? You disagree? They should just do a digital thing still. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, but I think for the sake of the Switch and, you know, continued success, they should do it, you know, the way I said, live.
Well, there you have it, fools. That's what Big T thought that Nintendo should do at this year's conference, or this year's E3, and I agree with them. I think they should have probably gone on stage this year and done a big thing, you know, took their victory lap, you know, ran around on stage and talked about the current success of the Switch. But, you know, they're not doing that, and it doesn't really bother me either way. I just thought that they would, because, you know, this is the first E3 for the Switch as it's been, you know, launched. And I thought they might want to put out a big stage presence for that. But this just proves that Nintendo is just not going to do that again. And if they were going to do it, they were definitely going to do it this year. And they're not going to do it again. And so it's just, you know, that's just the way it is, fools. Like I said, it's cool with me because I love the directs, I guess the digital events. I think they changed the name of it this year to something else, but I like the pre-recorded thing. It works really well. Their last couple of directs were awesome, and if that's any indication of what we're gonna get at E3 this year, then that's just fine with me, fools. So yeah, so I just wanted to go ahead and put this video together. Like I said, I had to convince Big T to put the video out because he waited too long. And then Nintendo revealed their plans, and he was like, well, there's no point in putting it out now. But I told him to go ahead and do that. So, and also Rob with Ruler 2 Review, he has to take some credit for that too, because he also convinced Big T to go ahead and do that. So shout out to Rob with Ruler 2. Good friend of ours over here at the Mr. T Show. All right, fools. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more content coming from the Mr. T Show, fools. And thank you for watching and listening. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. Oh yeah, one more thing. Play Nintendo, fools.